This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
Good day. We are here for the case of Fancher versus Bishop. You all have been together about 16 months, and you met at a skating rink. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell me why you brought your girlfriend to this court?
To know that she is not cheating on me with her ex-boyfriend.
Now, does it bother you that she's cheating or that she's cheating with her ex-boyfriend potentially?
With her ex-boyfriend.
Tell me about that.
She is leaving in August, and I don't trust her here, so I won't be able to trust her whenever she's almost 2 hours away.
So what has that lack of trust done to your relationship?
It's tearing it apart.
All right, Ms. Bishop, what are you here to prove today?
I want to prove to my girlfriend that I am not cheating on her with my ex-boyfriend, and I want to get her trust back because she doesn't trust me.
So what does this feel like knowing that your girlfriend does not trust you?
Makes me feel really bad.
If you find out that Miss Bishop is cheating with her ex-boyfriend, are you all done?
I mean, I don't want to be with somebody who lies or cheats because I've been cheated on in past relationships and it hurt a lot. So I want this one to last forever.
So you're in love?
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that feel like?
You can't really, you don't really know how to explain it. It kind of just happens.
Are there butterflies involved?
Yes, very much so.
All right. You remember?
I remember.
All right. Now, interestingly, I have to share this with you. Me and Mr. Cutler met at a skating rink.
Wow.
He can really skate. I can't skate at all.
So what is your girlfriend doing to make you feel like she's cheating?
In the beginning, she was really distant, and when we would talk, it would just be short. Like, she would just be like, yeah, okay, or yup. I kind of got suspicious, but I didn't really think anything of it. You know, we had just gotten together. But then she texted me and told me that we needed to talk.
Oh, nothing good ever follows. We need to talk.
Yeah, nothing.
All right, so just from short conversations, you got suspicious?
Yeah, because it was different. When we first met, we were really good friends, and we would talk all the time, all day long, have really deep conversations. We would hang out all the time, and then all of a sudden, it just stopped. When she said that she needed to talk, she said she had did something that she regretted.
So when she said she did something she regretted, what is it that she said to you?
She told me that she had cheated on me and kissed her ex-boyfriend.
Okay, so y'all a week in and you already kissing your ex? Really?
Yes.
How did that happen?
I went over to my friend's house, and we were just all hanging out, and usually before I go over there, I ask if he's there, because his friends are my friends since high school. And we were all just hanging out, and he appeared, and I just acted like he wasn't even there. And then we were just like sitting there and like talking like normal friends, like, hey, how's school going? And how's your day?
And this is you talking to your ex?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just talking as friends. And then, you know how you get like, you're just like looking at somebody into their eyes and they connect a connection and you just feel that
like
way?
Like this?
Yes.
All right.
And then I just felt like that connection was still there. Like I wasn't sure. And then we just like kissed. It wasn't like making out. It was just like a 2-second like, and then I just went to bed and then he put his arm around me and then we cuddled and then
wait. Where did the kiss take place?
We were just sitting there.
Okay, and then you went to bed?
Yeah.
And he cuddled with you?
Yeah.
Did anything else happen in that bed?
No.
All right. How did you find out about this, Miss Fancher?
She told me.
And how did you feel when she told you this?
I was really hurt and upset because I had worked so hard for so long to get her and get her to feel the same way that I felt.
All right, so you were falling in love?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Bishop, were you falling in love with Miss Fancher?
I wasn't in love, but I really liked her and I loved her, but I wasn't in love.
There's a difference.
At the moment.
Are you in love now?
Yes.
With Miss Fancher?
Yes.
I see you have on a ring on your ring finger.
Oh, yeah. This is a promise ring that she bought me, and I got her one too. It's
Do you have yours on?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're hoping to get married one day?
Yes.
All right. Miss Fancher, why do you believe something else has happened?
Just recently, I was getting ready for work in the morning and her phone went off. Whenever her phone goes off, I usually check it, and it was just an unknown number. It was just the number and the message.
Okay.
And it said, "Hey, my first love," with a bunch of hearts.
Miss Bishop?
Yeah, who was this from?
It was my ex-boyfriend.
So, but you were honest with her. You told her right then, this is who that is.
Yes.
All right, so had you been engaged in a conversation with him?
No.
Did you return the text message?
No, I did not.
So he just reached out to you out of the blue?
Yes.
When was the last time before that you had contact with your ex-boyfriend?
It was a couple months before then, but I told him that I didn't want to speak to him anymore.
Miss Fancher, how did you feel about that?
I was extremely mad because I thought that she had completely stopped talking to him after the first incident. We both got on her phone, and I made sure that she blocked his phone number and all of his social media. The only way his number would have been in there is if she purposely unblocked it.
Miss Bishop, how in the world, if you blocked him, he's back on your phone? Tell me about how that happened.
My family, they still talk to him to this day, even though that I don't want them to. And I was with him for so long, so I thought that it would be okay to be friends.
Did you tell Miss Fancher that you unblocked him?
No.
Because you knew that she wouldn't like it, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Fancher, was this the last time that you caught them communicating?
Yes.
And so, as far as you know, there's been no communication between them?
As far as I'm concerned, yes.
What did you do when you found out?
I took her phone and I texted him off of her phone, telling him to leave her alone, that he had no business talking to her. And then I put his number in my phone and left for work and texted him pretty much saying the same thing. And he came up with a bunch of different stories to tell me that they had been talking for months, that he took her to a Halloween shop in the middle of December, and that her car was broke down and she was stranded in the middle of the highway, and if it wasn't for him to fix her car, she wouldn't even have it.
Did this happen? Have you been in contact with him the last few months?
No, Your Honor.
Did he fix your car?
No, I had my grandpa's van for 2 months because my car had been broken down. But I did not go to a Halloween costume in December. I went in November with my friend, but he did not go.
So why is your ex-boyfriend telling Ms. Fancher that he's having constant contact with you?
Because he still wants to be with me.
And have you given them the impression that you want to be with him?
No.
But you're still in communication with him.
Well, when I talk to him as a friend way, which is like, hi, how are you? How's work? But I don't speak to him any flirty kind of way.
But if
Yes,
you're not
sure.
telling Miss Fancher, it is like you're cheating. Because you've given her the impression that you're not having any contact, friendly or otherwise. That should be a discussion that you mutually agree you were going to have contact. You should mutually agree that you're going to have contact. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, nowadays it's easy for somebody to delete text messages and hurry up and block somebody on Snapchat or Facebook or anything like that.
So are you more concerned about an emotional connection between her and her ex?
Yes.
And that can be more devastating than a sexual one.
Yes.
How do you feel about Miss Fancher going through your phone?
I mean, it kind of invades in my privacy.
Anybody can delete stuff. It's really easy. If you have to delete something, then that means you're hiding something.
Well, you're right. As we say in this courtroom, even though you delete the message, it's never gone. It's like the digital lipstick on your collar. You can never wash it away.
To help the court really get a grasp on this issue of infidelity, we wanted to talk to someone who's actually been in a relationship where there's been infidelity. And so, Ron, would you please escort into the courtroom singer, songwriter, and actor Bobby V.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll have you have a seat right next to the judges up here.
Mr. Bobby V, welcome.
Yes.
It's good
Welcome.
to see you.
Thank y'all for having me.
Have you ever experienced infidelity in your life?
Of course. I've cheated and been cheated on.
All right, as someone who has had a partner cheat, share with us how that feels.
Being cheated on, it definitely hurts a lot. But I feel like in a relationship, the first thing that you have to have is trust. You gotta know that that person that you're with is there for you. And going through somebody's phone is kind of an invasion of privacy to me.
So have you ever had girlfriends go through your phone?
Oh, totally. You know, my job is...
Wow.
I mean, my job is I sing to women on a daily basis, you know. So if I'm ever in a relationship, the phone could go off and, you know, they snooping, looking in the phone, or when I'm finished with the phone, I put it down and it might not lock all the way. Oh, look at all these girls you're talking to, woo, 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 woo. So ultimately, somebody that's constantly going through my phone, I don't want to be with that person.
As a reformed cheater, can you peel back what that looks like when you are the cheater?
Everybody makes mistakes in life, and you have to be somebody just to be able to understand that we're all human, we all make mistakes, and to move forward.
All right. So, Ms. Bishop, are you being completely honest with Ms. Fancher with everything regarding your phone?
Yes, I am.
All the photos?
Yes, Your Honor.
All the text messages?
Yes, Your Honor.
How about your location? You let her track your location?
She can.
So this is a relationship on the line. Young love, but true love. You're hoping to get married, but you've had this concern because she kissed her ex-boyfriend. You all put blocks on the phone so there be no contact, and at some point there is contact. And Ms. Fancher, you believe something's wrong in your heart, and your intuition is telling you something's amiss. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you share with her how you're feeling right now?
I really do love you, and I do want to make things work, but I need just a little bit of reassurance to know that you're in this with me.
Did you hear her?
Yes.
What can you say to her at this point?
I want to tell you that I love you and that if something happens, then it always happens for a reason, but just know that I'm always here for you.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't want anything to happen between us because I want to be with her for the rest of my life, but I can't pick and choose what she does. But I want to be with her.
Have you done anything that would make her want to leave? Because she's saying she wants to be with you forever. No? You sure?
Yes.
Is there anything else that you've done that you need to tell us today so that you and Ms. Fancher can move forward with this?
No.
All right, at this time, the court would like to call licensed private investigator Mark Henry. Ron, would you please show Mr. Henry into the courtroom?
Yes,
Mr. Henry, sir, how are you today?
I am well, thank you, Your Honor.
Good to see you. In connection with this case, what did you do in terms of your investigation?
We set up a situation, an associate of ours, is in a room alone with the subject in question, and they engage them in conversation, just basically get information or evidence through casual conversation.
Can we see that, please?
What, this thing right here, it goes to your settings, and then you go to your privacy, your locations. Oh no, what, yes. Right here. Find what locations. And it tells you everywhere. Crap. Oh my gosh. Sorry. No, you're good. And it tells you everywhere you've been. That's crazy. Like everywhere, literally. It's crazy.
So, Ms. Bishop, that was you?
Yes.
Why were you showing her how to turn the location off on her phone?
No, it wasn't turning the location off. I showed her where, like, you go to your settings and it shows you where everywhere you've been.
And that's why this court also ordered a lie detector test.
Ms. Bishop was asked, since the one time you've admitted, have you had any sexual contact with your ex-boyfriend? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined she was truthful.
Ms. Fancher, how does that make you feel?
Great. Probably more than great, actually.
But you're also concerned not only about sexual contact, but communication. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so we have another question.
Ms. Bishop was asked, since February of 2017, have you had any communication with your ex-boyfriend? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was truthful.
Let me let y'all have the moment. I think that's a good sign, Mr. Cutler.
Yeah. And so, Ms. Fancher, what does that hug mean for you two?
That we're gonna work everything out and giving her more space and more privacy.
And Ms. Bishop, what does it mean for you? What does that hug mean after what you've been through?
It makes me feel like really happy.
You all have been together for 6 years, you're engaged, but allegations of cheating and infidelity are threatening this relationship. Ms. Samples, why have you opened your case today?
Because I believe he's cheating. And let me just lay him out for you. Okay, it was a time where Chris basically had messages popping up on his phone with other females. And I'm just like done because he needs to straighten up. We have 3 children together and this shouldn't even be going on.
Mr. Latchett.
Yes, Your Honor.
You've heard these accusations, these allegations from your fiancé. What do you want to show her today?
I'm here today because this relationship is worth fighting for. I want to prove my innocence, and hopefully we can walk down the aisle and get married.
So you in it to win it.
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you all meet?
Well, basically, we met through a mutual friend. And so this friend put us together through Facebook.
What was it about him that you liked?
Basically, he's a good-hearted, humble guy. And he's very smooth. I mean, look at him. He's so chocolate over there and everything.
So chocolate.
You know, he got a good smile on him. So I'm like, man, this dude, he got something going. So let me check him out, you know, see what he about.
So you like what you saw.
Exactly.
You like the dark chocolate. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me what you were
You like
looking
the
at.
not so dark chocolate too, though, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
I do. I like milk chocolate.
Okay, all right, just checking.
This man. Any rate, you met her on Facebook. Tell me what that was about.
She was a good person, and she's beautiful inside and out.
I agree. She's a pretty girl. Tell me about how you proposed to her.
We was having our second child. My emotions was going, so I got the ring, and I told her, hey, I want you to be my wife. I gave her the ring. She didn't like that at all.
All right. Now, the court has obtained this proposal, and we want to look at it right now for the court record.
Don't cry. How am I making you nervous, baby?
I don't know.
All right, well, I want to give you this from the bottom of my heart. You know, we've been together for a minute. It's hard to give you something to put on your finger.
Baby, so I love you so.
You gonna put it on?
Yeah.
Oh. So you in labor?
Yes, I would.
And that's when you decided to propose?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, my God.
Why weren't you happy about that?
Because he didn't say the words, will you marry me?
I guess you did. You just said, put this on. You didn't ask her to marry you?
That's the same thing.
No, it ain't.
You have to actually say the words.
Yes.
You know what it means.
No. When we got engaged, I look horrible because I've been doing inventory and dust. And I was dusty. It was gross. So he gets down on one knee. And I totally freaked out because I'm like, I'm supposed to look gorgeous. That's why I'm like, you supposed to look gorgeous for you. And you're like, you trying to get a baby here. That's the least gorgeous moment ever.
And them
Haven't done it
contractions
3
was
times.
hitting.
And then, but the most important part was when you got down on one knee and said, will you marry me? That's important.
He said, I have something for you. That's what he said. I have something for you.
You can have a teddy bear. You can have some flowers.
The point was conveyed. I'm trying to help you, Mr. Latchett.
Yes,
I'm really
Your Honor.
trying to help you. The point was conveyed,
I'm
right?
feeling her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, she knew what you were asking,
Yes, Your Honor.
and she took the ring, right?
She did, Your Honor.
Hey, once you take the ring,
I couldn't say no to a big ring. I mean, it's so big. I was like, yeah.
that's a
put it
nice ring.
on.
That's a nice ring.
How do we get to this moment? What are the warning signs that you've seen that make you think he's cheating?
He'll send me sweet stuff here and there. Out of blue, why? You know, you giving me big gifts at that. You know, shoes, buy me bags, buy me jewelry.
And you're complaining about that?
Thank you,
Okay. Do you know how many women would kill to have their boyfriend, their fiance, their husband just buy them gifts for no reason?
Color, here's the thing. This is sort of one of those things also where people may be buying gifts out of guilt.
It can't happen. I agree with that. But how are we supposed to win?
Well, Your Honor, it's also more to that.
Okay.
Chris has not been sleeping in the bed with me since we done had our baby, which our baby is 6 months now.
6 months you all haven't slept together.
And the baby sleeps in the bed with you?
Yeah, the baby does.
You know, that's...
No. I gotta hear from him.
That happens.
I leave the bed for her and the baby, Diamond and the baby. Let them have the bed because I don't want to be waking up 3, 4 in the morning and I have to get up and go to work. I sleep on the couch. She's welcome to come sleep on the couch with me. It's not like I'm walking out the door.
You mean she's gonna give up a good bed for the couch? Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Right.
But he's trying to be
Really?
considerate. You're being considerate.
Right.
I'm still hung up on this gift thing. Gifts out of the blue. Because, Mr. Latchett,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you buying gifts because you love her or out of guilt?
I buy gifts because I love her, Your Honor.
There you have it.
You doing it because you love her.
And she
I
is,
love her.
she's rolling her eyes, she's looking up, you don't believe it one bit.
No.
You think he's buying these gifts out of guilt.
I need to know the truth. Where your loyalty lie?
Do you have any specific evidence of cheating?
Yes. First he had this ex-girlfriend where I popped up at his college and I was just meeting him up there. She's up there looking at Chris and she's, oh, hey, Chris. And Chris is just like, hey. And so basically she's like, oh, so you're acting funny since that light-skinned girl is standing by you? And so I'm like,
Did you introduce Miss Samples to this particular woman who was, how'd you do it? Flipping the hair like that?
Around.
Yeah.
No, it's this.
Yeah.
Do that again?
It's that.
Ooh.
Stop it.
So did you introduce Diamond to this young lady?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, you didn't. He just moved it away like, oh, it's nothing. It's no big deal.
It was in the moment. It was something I didn't expect, so I was kind of odd for words.
Okay, so what about the girl at your job, though?
Oh, it's a woman at the job.
Your
All right,
Honor.
tell us about the woman at the job, Miss
Okay,
Stanford.
so I got the babies, and we come up to the job checking on daddy and everything like that. It's a girl standing literally by his desk where he was sitting at. Can I show you what happened?
Well, of course, I want to see this.
Okay, so basically, this is what she does. She gets on her phone. She's all booty everywhere. I'm just saying, she's just all in front of Chris. And so I'm just like, really? Is that enough booty for you? He stared at me like a deer in headlights.
No,
Just.
this what happened, Your Honor. I'm at work, and she comes with the children, and she's walking with the quickness. She got that look in her eye like, who is this? And I'm like, uh-oh. I kind of just froze in the moment.
So this whole time, you just stand there like, oh, Lord.
So then you,
The whole
so then you
time.
said, this is my fiance.
No, he didn't.
Mr.
The whole
Latchett.
time I got the babies right there.
And so your kids are watching this,
Yes.
you watching this,
Yes.
and this baby's just looking at you, looking you up and down,
Yes.
and you looking her up and down.
Exactly.
And you scared to death.
Exactly.
Have you ever found anything that leads to believe that he's sleeping with another woman?
Yes, he
Okay.
had some text messages where it was like, oh, I got that, do you got that for me? And then he's up here sending just emojis all through messages and stuff. And then he was like, yeah, you know I got that. What do you got?
Your Honor,
What is there to
Your Honor,
have?
once again,
And you submitted a copy of that recollection of that text.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And so you has unknown sender, you got that for me, and then an emoji with a heart
And a wink.
and a wink, and they said, you know I got you. What?
Your Honor, it was a situation where a friend asked
another
me
situation.
to put her on with the job. That's all it was.
What kind of job was she trying to get?
Really?
That's what chicks do.
But why are you sending emojis? Like, what does that got to do with job business?
It's
like,
just
come on
emojis.
now.
We
That's
young,
just
we
not-
use emojis, we text
You ain't
back and
finna be
forth.
sending no emojis to just a girl.
All right, Miss
Yes,
Sam,
Your Honor.
I know something went down when you got this.
Exactly.
Tell me what happened when you got
So
this.
basically, after that, Chris ended up going out. The way I found out he went out is because he posted a picture on his page. I called his phone. His phone's just going, you know, ringing, ringing, ringing. That's when I was like, okay, let me just go pop up and see where he's at or whatever. He must be at home since he's posting pictures. But that wasn't the case. He was not at home. His car was at home. And so I'm like, who picked him up? Who did he go with? Because he sure didn't let me know nothing. So I called the phone again. It went directly to voicemail.
Where
after
were
that.
you?
Your Honor, we had an altercation prior. So I went out with a friend of mine. We went, have a good time. I came back. My car was destroyed. Ketchup packages, lotion, tissue, napkins, anything she could find in her vehicle to use, she threw it on my vehicle.
Miss Samples, did you do that?
Yes, Yana, I did do that. And it was ketchup, like whatever I could find up in that car, Yana. Yeah.
So you were
And you did. And you did what with
I
it?
smeared that car around. I put words all over that car. And then the last thing I said, you gotta call me now.
Well, that's what it looks like when you think your man's cheating. You will go straight there.
Yep, when I
All
did.
right, so what do you do when you come home and find your car, as you said, utterly destroyed?
Your Honor, I gave her a call because I knew who it was.
You were, wait a minute,
Yeah,
wait a
well,
minute. You were right.
that's
You
one
gonna
way to
call
do
me
it.
now. All right. What do you do with your car?
I took it, I had to go get it clean, $39.99. She owes me for that.
But we got 3 kids. That $39.99.
$39.99. And that,
You're like, that's a no.
Right.
Mr. Latchett, you understand why she's doing these things. And here's what we got. Here's what we're looking at. You know, you give her gifts out of the blue, which I think is great, but you believe he's hiding something.
Classic sign of cheating, by the way.
Classic sign of cheating.
All right.
You've got a woman at his school who is tossing her hair at him. And then when you are there, he doesn't introduce you as his fiancé.
At all.
At all.
Classic sign of cheating.
You got a woman at work who has her booty all up in the air in his face. And here you come, and he freezes, doesn't introduce you.
Is that enough booty, baby?
Another classic sign of cheating.
And then she's hunting you down, calling you. You won't respond. She's leaving you voicemails, and you won't respond.
Yes, Your Honor.
And all of this has led you to believe that he's cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you find out he's cheating, this relationship is over.
Pretty much, Your Honor. I mean, hey, what you don't like, another man will treasure.
Well, so based on that statement, if you find out that Mr. Latchett is in fact cheating, you are out the door.
Out the door.
You gonna give him that pretty ring back.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna move on with your life.
Exactly.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is he cheating? At this time, the court would like to hear from licensed private investigator Todd Redding. Ron, please escort Mr. Redding into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. Todd Redding.
Mr. Redding, good day. How are you?
Good day, Your Honor. I'm
Glad
fine,
to
thank
have
you.
you here again. Now, a member of your team did a polygraph examination of Mr. Latchett. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Latchett was asked, have you bought Miss Samples gifts because you have cheated on her? What was his response?
His response, Your Honor, was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector test determined that he was being truthful.
No smile?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
A little bit of,
A little bit.
A little bit of a smile?
A little bit of
Yeah,
dimple.
it's a little bit.
Okay.
But we still have another question. Mr. Latchett was asked, since being in a 6-year relationship with Miss Samples, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? What was his response to that question?
His response, Your Honor, was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector test determined that he was being truthful.
Miss Samples, What do you have to say to your fiance?
All that's missing is the real will you marry me?
Well,
Latchett?
that's no pressure,
Well,
Mr.
Your Honor,
Latchett.
she's the only one I want to be with. I want you to understand that. I don't want you hanging anything over my head anymore.
Okay.
You need to know we have 3 kids together.
Okay.
We've been together 6 years. We know each other for 7.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
Yeah.
Miss Diamond, LaKyle Sample, will you marry me?
Yes! You my ring back, boy.
You want to put the ring on.
Miss Samples,
Yes.
you've heard the words now that you have been waiting to hear for a long time.
Yes,
Right.
finally.
Are you ready to move forward?
Yes.
This man loves you. This man wants to be with you. He buys you gifts for no reason.
Yeah, he does.
You can't let him go.
That's my man. And I love him.
We want y'all to be married a long time like me and Mr. Cutler.
Yeah.
And so as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy, trust-filled relationship. Court is adjourned.
You all are married, you've been together for 9 years, you have 2 children together, but this happy, this perfect, this loving marriage may all come to a grinding halt based on the outcome of this proceeding today. Is that right, Ms. Williams?
Yes, that's correct.
Tell us why you've opened this case.
I opened this case because I do believe that Mr. Williams is cheating on me. I do believe there's a lot of infidelity going on within our marriage. I think that there's a couple of things that I just can't ignore that's leading me to believe that there is someone else or maybe several other people that he may be cheating on me with.
Mr. Williams, you've heard these accusations. How do you feel about being accused of cheating?
I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. Nobody wants to be not cheating and being accused of cheating. That's like you're not getting the pleasure part of it, but you're just getting the accusation part of it. You know what I'm saying? So I love her to death. That's why I can't approve myself. But at the same time, if that continues going on, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to be in that situation, to be 100% honest with you.
So, these accusations can't come out of nowhere. Ms. Williams, what are the warning signs?
The warning signs is that I found a earring back in his car, in the front passenger seat of his work car, when his clients ride in the back. He comes home very late. He gets off of work around 6, and I don't see him until 12, 1 o'clock, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. And the other warning sign is that we don't have sex as often as we used to.
Oh, wow, that's quite a trio
Those
you
are
got
warning
going there.
signs.
Oh, so you said that you found an earring back. An earring back, that's not a big deal. Why would that be a big deal?
Well, Your Honor, this is the thing. I will only wear a specific kind of earrings.
Okay.
Do you mind if I show you?
Ron, would you bring that up to us, please?
Thank you. This is the earring back that I found in the passenger seat of his car.
Of his car?
Yes. And these are the earrings that I wear. Do you mind if you?
He'll bring it up to me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
I don't wear the earrings that have the back that you pop on the back.
Oh.
I just wear the ones that you just put it in your.
You put it and you clasp.
So this is
Yes.
self-clasping.
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't need backs.
Right.
See, I learned that all these years of buying nice earrings for Judge Cutler. So I know the difference.
This guy. But this picture is of an earring back that you would slide on the post.
Yes.
And if you don't wear those kind of earrings, you don't understand why that kind of earring back is in his car.
Yes, Your Honor.
At the end of the day, Your Honor, all of this is falsehoods. Like, I do drive a taxi. I also engineer as well, like an audio engineer. So my times is crazy when I get home. The number one reason I can tell you she think I'm cheating, to be 100% honest with you, is the things I do with her. Like, when we do have sex and when the sex was great and all of that, like, she knows I'm down to do everything. Like, I'll rub her back, kiss her feet, ETB.
I'm too young for where you going.
You know ETB.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, and I'm scared to ask it.
All of that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and do all of that.
So why would she have a problem with that? I can't imagine any woman would have a problem with that. Why do you think she has a problem with that?
I think that she thinks that the thing I'm doing with her, I might be doing with other women, and that scares her. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm curious about, though, is you said one of the warning signs is you're having less sex.
Yeah.
He's saying it's because of the sex you all do have and all the things he's doing. That's scaring you. So is it less sex or is it what he's doing sexually with you?
Well, I'm a Scorpio and he's a Scorpio. So when it was normal, it was like 3-4 times a week. Now that went to 3 times a month.
Oh, that's a decrease.
That's a huge decrease.
And that wasn't on your part?
No, it wasn't on my part. So I know if we're not doing the deed in our married home, then somebody's doing the deed for him.
I see how it look.
Yeah, I mean, you go from 3-4 times a week to 3 times a month.
At the end of the day, like, I'm not some animal that can't control myself. Like, I'm not somebody that just gotta run around. I love sex.
I'm not saying that.
I love sex, don't get me wrong, but I'm not the type that can't control myself and, abstain myself if I need to. And that's what I've been doing.
But why has it decreased?
To be honest with you, she ain't gonna like this, but like, we used to have great sex. Now she has lazy sex. I don't wanna have lazy sex.
Okay, have you talked to her about it?
I mean, I vaguely talk, but how do you have that conversation? You can't, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, you had it right here.
Yeah, but everything out here now, we might as well keep going.
What is lazy sex?
That's like when it's like you gotta wake the person up and then they not all the way up. I don't wanna do that. Like,
okay, but admittedly, I've been married a couple of months.
Okay.
I'm listening. I wanna hear how this ends up.
Where am I going?
Yeah, where you going with
It ain't gonna always be like a trapeze and a trampoline, and sometimes it's gonna be like, yeah, okay.
I ain't trying to be in y'all business.
I mean, that don't mean I love you less. It's just like, all right, I feel you.
I'm not sure how I want to react to that.
Just roll with it.
Just roll with it.
Y'all business or whatever, but at the end of the day, I know he ETB when it comes down to it, because he want to keep the relationship going. He want to keep the marriage happy.
What is that?
Eat the Your Honor.
Oh! Wow! Oh, I knew I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have asked.
If I'm going to that length, I'm not trying to have somebody half.
Oh, okay.
So at the end of the day, it's that. And then I do keep crazy hours. I'm not gonna lie, act like I don't keep crazy hours, because I do. So I can see how it'd be misconstrued as me doing something, but in no actuality, I'm not. And in fact, the matter is, I'm joking and laughing and stuff, but if this don't stop, I'm gonna be ghost. Like, I'm not gonna keep putting up with this.
How do we go from happy times and ETB to you accusing him of cheating?
Well, another reason is because I was looking for my charger in the back of his car, and I saw a bag of T-shirts with just T-shirts stuffed in the bag in the back of his car. And he said, oh, well, sometimes when I'm working, I get hot and I get sweaty, and I just take my sweaty shirt off and I just want to put a clean shirt on. I was like, okay,
I drive taxis.
There's nothing wrong with that. You can put a clean shirt on. So I decided to investigate a little bit further. So I went back to get the bag, and I opened it, and a strong smell came out.
Okay.
Like a perfume smell.
Okay.
So I took a shirt out of the bag, Your Honor, if I may.
Wow. Ron, would you please get that? So that's a shirt from out the bag.
Yes.
Is it a clean shirt or not clean shirt?
Well, this is the thing. It smells, it has a scent on it that it smells like a thought scent, Your Honor.
Wow.
A thought scent?
Yes. It's
I didn't know they
Japanese
had
cherry
that
blossom.
as a fragrance anymore. I didn't know that. Mr. Williams, why does this T-shirt smell like a woman?
Your Honor, to be 100% honest with you, like, when I drive taxis, I like my taxi to smell a certain way. Like, I don't like it to be stank. I don't like nobody to come in there, like,
You like
sometimes
it to
you
smell
get
like
people
thoughts?
that, okay, whatever.
Why does it smell so fruity?
Somebody could have dropped someone to see, I could have picked it up with that.
He has a story for everything.
If you're going coulda, you could have been with a woman. We're not dealing with what could have happened. I want to know what did happen.
Your Honor, if I may interject, she knows, no disrespect, that the sex right now is not up to par. So I think that's half the reason for her insecurities. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. You know
Your
what I'm
Honor,
saying?
we have a 10-month-old and we have a 4-year-old. Sometimes I get tired.
Don't they say the things you do to keep them? I mean, get them is the things you gotta do to keep them. So don't get somebody and then change up.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Sex starts here. If this ain't right, she ain't gonna want to be with you.
Right.
Have you found anything that makes you think that he's cheating?
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay,
what have you found?
Well, I have found condoms in my house.
I knew it. Come on.
I do have evidence if you'd like me to show you the explanation, Your Honor.
Sure.
Come on, who's gonna be crazy enough to...
Hold on, Mr. Williams.
Hold on, Mr. Williams. We're gonna get to you.
Yes.
I was looking for the salt and the paprika, Your Honor. I couldn't find it. It was like pushed back in the back of the cabinet. So I keep reaching my hand further back and back and back, and I start to feel some cardboard. So I pull it out, and it's a box of condoms in the back of my kitchen cabinet.
Ew.
Now the kitchen is my space.
Right.
Everybody, because I'm the one that cooks most of the meals in the house. Mr. Williams, Deshaun, was also at our house when I found this box of condoms. And I said, okay, so which one of you guys does this belong to? And they tried to feed me a story saying that it was there when we moved in the house.
Had to be.
Mr. Williams, I know you're trying to spice things up, but
who's gonna be crazy enough to be cheating, bring condoms home, put them in your kitchen where you know your wife is gonna be at? Like,
You could
wait. Do you all use condoms in your marriage?
No. And this was also the brand of condoms that me and Timothy did used to use before we got serious. So I know they have to belong to him.
I don't believe those are my brand, Your Honor.
at the end of the day, what's your explanation for why the condoms were found in the spice cabinet?
They had to be there when I moved in, 100%, or they had to be my brothers. Like,
okay, let's hear from your brother.
He said they might be his, but
we want to get your name for the record.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Your whole name, please.
Deshaun Williams.
Okay, Mr. Williams. This is your brother.
Yeah.
And you were there when the condoms were found in the kitchen?
Yes, I was there.
All right. What did you tell Ms. Williams about those condoms, where they came from, or how they came to be there?
I told her I didn't know because, you know, I love my sister-in-law to death, but behind this situation, it actually spilled over into my household.
So now that the drama has spilled and has unfolded, you're here in court right now.
Yeah.
Want to tell the truth. So tell Ms. Williams where the condoms came from.
Please.
Okay, this is exactly what happened. We, I don't know if you heard of Something in the Water, because we live in the Virginia area. So we went to the Something in the Water festival or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So we all chilling out, hanging out in their house after the show or whatever. And everybody starts leaving. Everybody starts going home one by one. Everybody's going. And then one of our friends, he leaves out the door. And then he come running back in like, oh, I can't take this home. Here, you hold this for me. So he passed me.
Talking to you?
Yeah, talking to me.
Okay.
He wasn't even there. He was in the house, but he wasn't around at the area.
For the conversation.
Exactly.
He didn't hear that.
Yeah, he was like right at the door. He came back, passed it to me like, here, hold this. I can't take it home. So it was late. We was drinking. I was tired. So I was like, all right. And then when it was time for me to go home, I thought about it. I said, I can't take this home either. And the kitchen is right by the front door, so I just...
Well, that's not.
But you know what else is in the kitchen?
What's that?
A trash can.
But I didn't want to throw his property away, though.
Thank you.
But you do understand that this story sounds real crazy.
Yeah, it was a crazy weekend.
And that wasn't the story that when I asked you.
That's what I was going to ask you. What did they tell you when you found them?
They said that they both said, I don't know whose it is, that was here when we moved in the house.
That's
We've been
right.
in the house a year and a half, Your Honor. I packed this cabinet up because the kitchen, that's my space.
I was going to ask you, when you put the salt in there, would you have thought these people who had this house before were nasty?
Yes, they must have been really frisky.
I really didn't know where they came from. I didn't know where they came from.
My brother wasn't around. He didn't even know that they were there.
Thank you so much for your testimony.
No problem. My brother's innocent.
Yeah, I'm
your brother's innocent.
For each other, Your Honor.
Definitely innocent.
They always take up for each other.
So here's what we have. He's staying out late. You found an earring back in his car. You don't wear those type of earrings. You found a T-shirt that he claims that he's using to change up. Yeah. But when you smelled it, it smelled like thought.
Yes.
And then the one that puts me on my feet is the condoms in the kitchen that you found in the cabinet. And you've been told, oh, they were either here when you moved in, or I don't know, or a buddy's.
I've been told several stories about that, Your Honor.
Exactly. And so for all those reasons, you believe Mr. Williams is cheating.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the deal. This is where we are, and the stakes are exceedingly high because literally a young, beautiful family is at risk.
Because you got an answer for everything, and she doesn't believe any of your answers. So we're going to find out what the answers are because we've done a full and a complete investigation. Yep. At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner Kendall Scholl to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Scholl in. Mr. Scholl, how are you today?
Great, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. Thank you.
For the record, would you state your credentials, please?
I spent almost 30 years with the FBI and spent my entire career in Washington, D.C. When I retired from the Bureau, I was actually chief of the entire FBI's polygraph program.
And you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Williams, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
The first question you asked Mr. Williams, you asked him, did you use any of the condoms that your wife found in the kitchen cabinet to have sexual intercourse with another woman? What was his response to that question?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful, Your Honor.
That's one. That's just one.
My brother's innocent.
She's smiling. I'm glad to see a peaceful smile. You asked Mr. Williams, since you've been married, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Mrs. Williams? Would that include ETB?
ETB, top of the list.
I should have never said that.
He's like, yes.
Yeah.
You learned
he
something
probably
new
would,
today.
Your Honor, yeah.
All right. What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was also being truthful on that.
Oh, she's so happy.
I want to apologize.
All right, Mr. Williams, let me talk to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to encourage you to be gracious toward your bride.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to talk to you.
That's real.
You know how good you treat him, you do things for him, you cook the dinner for him, you bring it to him in bed.
Yes.
Sweeten that pot a little more.
Now, Mr. Williams,
Yes, Your Honor.
it seems like your attitude is, well, she's not as willing to have sex as much as she used to. There's a deeper connection that's not being made there. So what I do want you to remember is, if sex is not the problem, then sex is not going to be the problem solver.